And so when you ask for Coca-Cola Light, you can push the wee button in so you can differentiate between which cup's which. So you have your normal Coke and your Coca-Cola Light. Very, very simple idea, but I'm sure someone got paid a lot of money for that idea. The one on the left, this is what you call additive innovation. So they've got a cup and they've got a clock on it. So when someone says you've got a 15-minute break, you can see that you've got 15 minutes. I don't think many people actually bought this, but I was the only one I could find online. And a bit cheesy, but you can see you don't have to think it's something completely new. You could be something already out there. Here's an idea, actually, just came to me. Boots. We've all been wearing boots for years and years and years and years. So somebody thought of an idea of putting wheels on them, so you've now got roller boots. You know, skates. There was a boot with a skate on it, so you could go across ice. So your idea could be just getting two things and putting them together. That one on the left, that's an aircraft carrier. Ryanair, and it was called subtractive innovation. So what they did was they made people fly with no luxuries whatsoever, and I think from right here that most of their costs for you as the passenger was free. So they were saying you could fly from here, mainly in Europe, from the UK to France, and it was cost nothing. But what they did was you had to carry your own bags to the aircraft, so they reduced their costs for baggage handling and so on. If you wanted extra baggage, you had to pay for it. If you wanted to eat in the aircraft, you had to pay for it. They almost made people pay to use the toilet, but they thought that was a bit too far. And then they also made the airports pay for them to come in to land at their airport. Normally it's the other way around. You pay to land like a taxi, or a car park. You pay the airport to land there, but they did it the other way, and they told the airport that they would guarantee them so many thousands of passengers going through their airport every single day, buying food at the restaurants, buying stuff in the shop and so on, and that's how they did it. So it was called subtractive innovation. So you could look at something that's out there now today and think, is it overdone? Or maybe if I take stuff away from it, will it be better? Will that add value? And IKEA, I'm sure you all know IKEA sells furniture. Normally shops that sell furniture, it's all assembled like this, tables, chairs, beds and so on. And about in the 1950s, I think it was, this guy, a Swedish guy, came up with the idea that it'll all be flat packed, so he'll save a lot of costs and space and people having to assemble the furniture, and you come in and do it yourself. So it was another great idea. So hopefully that gives you a very quick run around of different ideas and how you can come up with your own idea or generate your own idea. Right, this is a very good example I'd love to show people about another type of innovation, and it was used by a council in one of the Scandinavian countries. So basically they've got these stairs, the train, this is where you get off the train and you come up these stairs, and the council thought, we've got too many people here who are not fit or unhealthy, how can we get them fit? So on the right hand side is an escalator, so they didn't want them using the escalator, but they couldn't put it out of action because some people still do need to use it. But they wanted them to go up the stairs. So what do you think? What could you do to get people not to use the escalator but go up the stairs instead? Go ahead.
Make the stairs wider and the escalators here so it knows where people can fit on the escalator.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Any others? You're thinking about one. Come on, what do you got? No?
Put the stairs closer to the train.
The stairs closer to the train? Yeah. Okay, someone in the last group said that as well. Yeah. So this was the other group. They said try and make people feel guilty. I don't know how you could do that if somebody's actually standing there doing it, but it doesn't matter. It's still an idea, and you put it down in your ideas board. Dirty stairs was another one, so you didn't want to touch them because they looked too unhygienic. Okay, I'm going to show you just a few seconds of how they actually did it. On a video. 1 second. They turned the stairs into piano keys. I made to see the impact it has. the escalator in the moon to the left. Back down the stairs for more. Now, can you imagine whenever somebody came up with that idea, sitting in the council, and somebody said, "Well, I'll tell you what, we'll turn it into the piano." I bet everyone probably laughed at them when they came up with that idea. But then they started to think it through a bit more and thought, "Wait a minute, that idea that could actually work." And that's the whole point of this 15 minutes, is that whatever idea that you have, and quite rightly you mentioned it earlier in the last presentation, you've got to be persistent with that idea. But what we do is to help you. Let's jump through that. Is we break it into a couple of phases. So we have your creative phase, and this is when you get together with your friends, your family, your schoolmates, whoever it may be, and you get maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever it is, and you say, "Look, I need some help to come up with an idea." And you come up with some idea, and then you get it on the board, and you put, doesn't matter how silly it is, you throw it up there on the board, because it could be a silly idea, but then it may trigger another thought in somebody else's head that comes out with another idea. So you get all those up on the board, and that's your creative phase. This is something I always use, is this bit here, what if, or even another one is so what. When somebody comes up with these ones here, dirty stairs, so what? And what's it going to do? And you keep asking, so what, so what, so what, so what, and the ideas will just start to tumble out. And then once you've done that, you start doing the analytical phase and seeing what will actually work. And we're not going to go into that today because I think you've got some mentoring on that over the next few weeks. But a very quick workshop. Right, this is a toaster. So let's just say you had a little brainstorming session, and somebody said, right, we've got a toaster and we want you to add value. Okay? What do you think you could do with a toaster?
Put a piano on it.
Put a piano on it? You could do. Make it a bit hot. But doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll put it up there. Because so what? So there you go. You just say we'll put a piano on it, or a keyboard on it. Right, so you're able to play it. Go ahead.
Put a radio in it, so when it plays your favourite song when the toast pops out.
Brilliant, yeah. So go ahead.
Or maybe put options on it to how you want your toast cooked.
Yeah.
Could you use celebrity endorsement, like put a famous person on it or something?
You
Make
could.
it look more appealing.
You could do, yeah.
You could have a camera on a screen so that you see how exactly the toast is, so that you don't have to keep it out.
So a camera and a screen, okay. Now I'm going to stick. Sorry. Go ahead.
Or touch screen.
A touch screen, yeah. And I'm going to show you some of the ideas that other people have come up with. But we'll jump on this one for a second. You said it was a camera and what else?
A screen so that you can see how it
All right. So the camera is able to see the toast, and then it comes up on that. Now, when you start to go through the analytical phase, you might think that's very costly to put that together, but it doesn't matter. It's still an idea, and it goes on a board. And then, so we could maybe start working that one through. Okay, so he wants to be able to see how the bread's going to come up. You know, what's happening to the bread as it's getting cooked. So why not just make it a glass so you can see through? And this is, so one idea can lead to another idea. But, yeah. Here's some ideas that come up from another group before. See-through glass. An internet in the front. Now, one of the first things that people do when they get up in the morning is check their emails. But you also make your breakfast. So it might be that you go and make your breakfast and your emails come up in the front, a little panel. A timer on the front, a clock face, a photo frame, so you can have your family's faces or your favourite dog popping up there. This one I particularly like is adjustable slots. You know, because my wife's forever getting bread caught in the toaster and doing the thing that you should never do, stick a knife in it, very bad. But if you had adjustable slots where you're able to increase that, so you can put different thicknesses of bread in there, that'd be quite good. Different front panels. You talked about the celebrity one, so you could change them out, or you might even have one for Easter, a Christmas festivity one, birthdays, and so on and so forth. So this is where your ideas are starting to roll out. And this last one here, solar powered. Now, when you're going camping, or as people like to go now, glamping, you can take your toaster with you. If there was some little cable that maybe had a solar panel, or if this on the front was a solar panel, it's something that you may use. Okay, so those are just some ideas. A very simple product, and already we're coming up with all that on top of it. And then you start working through those to see which one's actually going to work, which one's going to be more realistic, and which one you actually enjoy doing. I'm not going to go through this. It's another good case study, and maybe we'll do it in the weeks ahead. But before we finish up, who said they've got an idea? Who's got? Does anyone want to share your? Do you want to share your idea?
My one's about like post office.
Yeah.
Like mail, because you're not home to get it,
Yeah.
and it's like after hour mail that you pick up.
All right. Oh, so if you're not in, and so he takes it back to the post office. So there's some system in place where you can pick it up without having to wait another day. All right. I mean, it's an idea, you know, and again, so you need to sit down and work it out and see what process you're going to use. Any others?
3D printing.
3D printing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 3D printing. So what are you going to?
3D printing products like iPhone cases and some as a company sort of.
They do that. They do that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like different products. Unannounced.
They're actually trying to 3D print a car.
Oh yeah.
You know, but 3D printing, not that many people are using it in mass production. It is there for small items, but so you could maybe work something around in how you're going to do it at a cheaper cost, so you could mass produce things.
Like clothing and stuff.
Clothing, yeah.
A brand, yeah.
So a new brand of clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can start off without a new brand of clothing, but what's different from what's out there at the moment? You know, it could be more breathable material. I know they've got some out there, but you could have something different. What's the material? Carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is something they use certainly in the automotive industry because it's very, very light and very tough. But it doesn't have to be toughened. It could be something that you could look at. It's very expensive as well, though. Yeah, go ahead.
This is sort of just like an idea that I'm not like it's not like you know how on train tracks there'll be one like if there's things that go down but on the other side and we like cut through.
Yeah.
To stop that like they could put like spikes so they can't cut through the other side when you're driving so it will stop like the cars
Yeah.
drive over the railway.
I could do. And it's a great idea because it's to do with safety. So a lot of people are interested in that. Things that are going to save life are fantastic. You must have an idea.
Yeah, it's a website where, like, normally when you get a job, you apply for the job and you get that one job. But with this, you apply and then you get trained in several different jobs. And instead of working for one company, you work for 6 different ones. And when there's shifts available, you apply to get that shift. And then you take that shift.
See, I do like that. And again, it's something that you need to explore in more detail. Sorry, we're going now, 30 seconds. And it's a great way to think. Because today, when we talk about generating ideas, being innovative, adding value, today sometimes we're stuck in the past. People go to work 9 to 5, go home. Do we need to work 9 to 5? Can we work different times, different shifts? And that's what it's all about, being creative with those ideas. And I'm now going to be quiet because I get evil looks. Thanks very much for your time. I'm sure I'll speak to you. And I can sit down and help you go through some ideas as you go through this process. Good luck.